Hi and welcome to this video where I'll give you a tour of my new home studio setup. I've made some changes, and in this video I'll show you the setup of my current studio. And it's a studio that basically costs you around $500 or a little more to build. You could do some things differently and even spend less. So this is an example of how you can build your own home recording studio, suitable for recording albums, demos, voiceovers, for a small budget. The software I'm using is free software, and I'm using some hardware that you might not need. So basically for around $500 you can build your own studio that looks a little like mine, and perhaps this little tour will give you some ideas about how to build a studio. Let's get started. It's in the back here, as you can see. I'm using this neat selfie stick I borrowed from one of my children, so I can see what I'm doing here. For the rest of the video I'll just take myself out of the picture. I have a mixer, a Behringer mixer, Eurorack UB802. It's an analog mixer. I'm using a mixer because it allows me to record multiple channels at once, and it also adds a little warm sound to the recordings. Beneath that, there's my amp. This is a Karaoke amp or PA system amp. It's a lightweight amp, and I use it to power the speakers I'm using. It's also very neat because it has its own mic inputs, as you can see. And if you record for example a bass player and a guitar player at the same time, and you don't want to put the vocals on it, the vocalist can sing along with them and have a separate input without being recorded. Next to that, there's my little computer. It's a Mini-ITX system, and here's the keyboard and monitor, and on it there's Ardour running on KX Studio. That's a Linux distribution. So these speakers come with the PA system, the Karaoke system. They're cheap, but oh well, they sound okay. It's more real life sounding than speakers you would get when you buy special monitor speakers. Okay, some other stuff that should not be included, but also interesting to show. My pedals, the Digitech RP50, Digitech Trio, and some other stuff, and of course, very important, a backup disc, an external backup. So that's not included in the price tag of $500, of course. Here's my mic, a Shure mic. It's a cheap mic. It's around $40, I guess. 35 euros I paid for it. I'm using a Sennheiser headphone for monitoring. And finally, here's my condenser mic. This is a mic I picked up years ago when we still had guilders in the Netherlands. Those were the days. And it was 99 guilders back then, so that would be 45 euros and probably around $50. and it's a great sounding mic, perfect sounding mic. This is a track I recorded a few days ago.
I didn't seem to get
for a friend of mine.
a hold on you last night. I didn't seem to get.
So the monitoring is dead. So you're hearing the headphones now. The monitoring is dead silent. Doesn't burst, doesn't hum.
Didn't we almost get it right?
Can be put up pretty loud because it's a PA system, of course.
Realization dawning caused you to step aside. Realization.
I can't play the complete song because it's not mine. It's written by a friend of mine. Now, to get back to the monitoring system, many wonder why I use something like this, you know, a little PA system. That's because I want to resemble a real live sound. I mean, many people use special monitor speakers for their recording and mixing. I have them and I really like them, but if I use them, I notice that a mix might sound perfect on that, but if I listen to the mix in my car or on my hi-fi set, it sounds just, you know, a little less perfect. And so I decided I wanted to be able to mix more towards the real life situation. And if you have a situation like these speakers and such a PA system, it's more like a real life situation. And well, if you listen to the mixes made on that, it sounds more, you know, like people would listen to it in their car, on their laptops, in their living room, on their hi-fi stereo situations. So it comes closer to that, and if I figured if it sounds okay on these speakers and on this set, well, this might be more like real life, and so it does.
I didn't seem to get a hold on you last night. I didn't seem to get anywhere last night. Call me silly, even crazy. Didn't we almost get it right?